Hello everyone, this is Charlotte and this is a podcast called Chatting in Cars. This is where I talk about random topics at length and then I go off on a tangent because I'm old and I like talking about random stuff, but everything seems to be connected, so at the end we hopefully do get to a main point. Eventually. There is a disclaimer at the start of this podcast because I do swear a lot, and I do, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. I enjoy it thoroughly, and I'm hoping when I'm really old I get to use some really horrible words, and blame it on dementia or something, I don't know. So if you don't like swearing, absolutely change the channel, you don't have to listen to this, although I do wonder why you clicked on it at all, being there is a disclaimer at the start of this thing, and I'm assuming everybody reads English quite well. There's also sensitive topics I talk about, and I go off on tangents. I'm sorry, I do start on one, but then I go off on tangents, so you might be listening to one thing about, I don't know, Mongol Empire or something like that, and then I start talking about, raping and pillaging and something, and then it's somehow related to some shit that happened to me. So I do talk about random stuff and it's all linked, and I do go off on tangents, so it might start on one thing. Bearing in mind, you're going to have to keep also in mind that the sensitive topics do travel. So you'll find them in other podcasts that I've done. I'm not going to hold back on that. I'm old and I like rambling. You also hear me swearing and shouting at people in cars. I do have a low tolerance for idiots in cars. I'm sorry, but not really. Because, I'm assuming we all pass the same test. But people just choose not to drive properly. That could be the autism, that could be my OCD, that could be anything. Could be anything I got going for me. Me having expectations of people that are really unachievable for some, even though we are all passing the same driving tests and such. I don't know, maybe I'm just being anal. The topic for this way home is the cult of celebrity, or celebrity cult, or whatever it is. I think it's cult of celebrity if you're going to go for that song. Is it Blue Oyster Cult? No. Who did that song? I don't know. I'm going to have to Google it. I did see it on my YouTube feed the other day, but I've forgotten. Right, there is a problem I have with this. I know, if you've listened to my other podcasts, you know that I have issues with celebrities. It's not jealousy, it's irritation at idiocracy. And the deifying of people who have not really earned anything to the extent where they've now become a problem for people who are actually earning their stripes and doing things the supposed right way. For example, climate change. I'm not going to harp on about it. I'm not particularly a greenie, but I will say a person who's gone to university, who's studied this shit for I don't know how many years, decades even, probably has a better understanding of what's going on than some celebrity that's just picked up the torch and run with it because it looks good on their resume. So I'm going to stick with that. I know it sounds a bit odd because everybody's like, you can't diss celebrities' viewpoints, they've got freedom of speech. He's like, yes, but how much is their speech actually worth when they have no background in it or understanding of it? And then, for example, as well, like when COVID hit, everybody started negging on the scientists who were telling us what to do. Because, for example, again, Donald Trump said drink bleach or something. Wasn't it something stupid? I think he hinted towards it and then everybody ran with that as well. And as far as I can see, he was one of the worst celebrities at the time to comment on that kind of shit. And everybody ignored the scientists who have studied copious amounts of data and interactions about this thing in favor of Donald Trump telling them to drink bleach. And people got sick and died. It's like, why would you put someone like that above scientific knowledge? And I mean, I'm a divinist, so I believe in all kinds of weird shit, but I also believe in science, I'm not stupid. I know there is a basis for it. It seems to be doing a bloody good job so far. We're getting better at it, I hope, right? You don't just ignore it for the sake of some celebrity who just happens to have a lot of money and thereby power says otherwise, It's like, well, I believe this, we're going to do this. It doesn't make sense. It's impractical, it's stupid, and it's irrational. I was so angry when everybody did that. Donald Trump says we don't have to wear masks or wash our hands anymore. Donald Trump says, COVID doesn't exist anymore because we're not testing for it anymore. It's like, no. I laughed my ass off. I'm sitting there going, you guys are insane. Don't believe him. He's an idiot. Just because you stop testing for it doesn't mean it doesn't exist anymore. Like, no. Meanwhile, people are still dying around him, getting sick and getting crazy shit happening, and he's just like, I don't see the problem here. It's like, you're a moron. Scientists are wringing their hands, ripping their hair out, going, why is no one listening to us? Donald Trump said not to. Oh my God. We have evidence. We've done studies. We're active in this. We know what's going on. We can draw pictures and diagrams, and we've made little labeled models of everything. We know what we're doing. We know all about this. Why are they not listening to us? Donald Trump. Fuck you. Oh God, it was crazy. It was crazy. That's how it gets annoying, because people are more inclined to sort of hoist a flag to their favourite celebrity than actually listen to the voice of reason. That bugs the shit out of me. I hate the way celebrities are deified, because it's all a facade. Or what you're hooking yourself onto, the bandwagon you're jumping onto, is a pre-constructed fabrication of bullshit. They've got a whole list of stuff that they know is going to be appealing to the masses, and they've just checked each box and constructed this person and shaped them into what is apparently appealing at the time, enough to make money. And everybody jumps on board and goes, isn't this fucking fantastic? This person is wonderful. This is amazing. They look amazing. This is what I find attractive. No, it's not what you find attractive. This is what you're told you find attractive. I don't give two rats' ass about Brad Pitt. I don't care how many times he's been voted America's sexiest man or whatever. He looks like a chimpanzee. I don't care. And he's squinting all the time. So now I'm concerned he's got some kind of stigmatism or something in his eyes. I'm like, you need to get checked out, mate. Stop believing the sycophancy around you and go get yourself a health check. It's worrying. He's so sexy. What, with the fake tan and starving himself? And all kinds of horrible things that these people have to go through, prodded and poked and surgically enhanced to look and act a certain way so that they get more money, and you're saying, this is what we like. And someone else has actually said, this is what you like. So you're believing your own bullshit in that case. I don't know how to help you, but it's crazy. I don't like the cult celebrity. And all it is, in the end, is rich people getting richer. Because it's not even the celebrities sometimes that are making the money, it's the people around them that are already rich. Like, think about all the music deals, or the record labels, multi-billion-dollar companies. Do the musicians see the products, the profits? Maybe not up front. Eventually they'll get the trickle down of royalties and things like that. How many people have created money, who have created music, like one-hit wonders, and then disappeared? It's like, is it they disappeared because they made enough money that they're happy, or they disappeared because they didn't want to be prodded and poked to be this image of what the record company wanted them to be, or just got fed up with the whole situation, or they just the one-hit wonder, no talent? You do wonder about what this actually is, what's in the background, behind the scenes, behind the curtain, this bloody Wizard of Oz illusion. What is going on in the background that we believe this shit as well? We've been conditioned to believe it as well. So when, for example, all right, let me give you an example. At the moment, we've got the War of the Waleses again. This is fucking tiresome, I have to say. It was pathetic the first time. I was Team Diana anyway, I don't care. But it's apparently now it's the brothers who are fighting. I'm going, Jesus fucking Christ. Rich people problems, right? So everyone else in their family's got issues with other siblings and relatives, and some real toxic shit went down in some real families here. We don't put it on Instagram, we don't put it on the news, we don't write books about it, we don't, I mean, I do, but nobody listens to me anyway. I'll talk about my toxic shit in my family, but that's because I want awareness, not because I want updates. I'm not promoting a brand. I want people to understand what they're seeing and feeling is not right. It's not appropriate. And this is what happens when this happens, so we need to stop doing it now so, we don't get another me running around. It's more prevention than anything. Sometimes it's treatment. Some people want to be able to relate to someone who's gone through it, and I'm like, I've gone through it, yeah. It's not great, I know how you feel. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, it's a horrible toxic situation. If you want to understand more shit that's happened to me, go back and look at my older podcasts, but I can't rant about that now because we're talking about rich, dumb people. Are they dumb though? Because, they're completely constructing their reality so we suck it up, don't we? And we give them more money and more attention, and any attention is good attention. Hence the reason Markle doesn't give a fuck what she says, as long as she's getting attention. Because every time she gets attention, she gets more money through deals, signing deals. Some idiot advocate standing up and saying, you're just being racist. It's not that you haven't actually looked exactly at what she's doing and said, wow, that's not kosher at all. But we can't say anything, because otherwise it would be construed as racist or misogynist or sexist, or, you know, to be honest, I think with the British people, the main thing that pissed us off was that she was American. We didn't give a shit about what she looked like. It's the American culture that jumped out at me, you know, the loud brashness, and it is abrasive to our English sensibilities. Even when the Second World War, when all the Yanks came over, remember those? You know, there was a slight hostility there. It was like, oh, the Americans here, great. Oh, they're going to be loud and everyone's buddy, aren't they? Great. I think that's the only thing that really stood out to me when she did turn up, because everyone was really excited that she was marrying Harry and stuff like that. And apparently now she's the catalyst for bringing down the monarchy. I'm going, piss off. It's not that good. I don't think so. No, I think it's ego feeding and celebrity, and she just wants to boost her ratings through creating fights and trauma and all kinds of horrible things. And it's not just her, because Harry wants to have a go as well now. Apparently he can write a book. I didn't know you could write. I didn't, it was a ghostwriter. Oh, fuck's sake, Harry. Right, okay. So they're trying to play this big game within an already established establishment game, if you've been following the roles for this long. It's called the firm, the establishment, which is a system that actually feeds on PR and courting the media and shit like that. We know that. We're not dumb there. There's no illusion there that they're courting the media. They're all doing it as a business. It's not a family anymore, it's a business. I don't think it ever was a family, considering way back in the Elizabethan era that, you know, every portrait she ever did was, you know, had a hidden message about, you know, promoting power and prowess and economic growth in the empire. You know, it's propaganda that's been there for fucking ages. As long as anyone has been rich or famous, there has always been some story where they promote their own interests. That's been ongoing. This is not a small instance of it. It's historically prevalent, shall we say. So that's always been in the royal family. We know that. It's a game to them. It's a game of power. Actually, there's a whole series called Game of Thrones, isn't there? Essentially, it's the same thing. Whereas they're more like just taking each other out. These people are actively trying to shit on each other to make themselves look better. I know this game. I know it. I don't like it. I don't promote it. I don't encourage it. I think it's stupid. You should be focusing on developing morality amongst the population. But for some reason, these fuckers just need more attention and money. I don't know why. They come across as really devious, bratish people. There was at one point when the monarchy was meant to be upheld as a moral high ground. This is the kind of thing you're supposed to work towards. These people are doing the right thing. Although now we look back at some of the documents and instances of, you know, like the different kings and things like that, and we know that they were immoral pricks. But the idea was that you strive to have a higher level of morality by copying and emulating what they are like, what they do. In that sense, the deification came in because they were the closest thing we had to God on earth, right? Okay? And that's been going on for fucking centuries. I mean, look at the Egyptian culture, it's the same shit. Ra was the personification of, well, the pharaoh was the personification of Ra on earth, for example. That's just one pharaoh who chose Ra as his you know, his ascendant. But we're doing it these days with celebrities as well. It's not just the monarchy, it's not just the royal family, it's not just ancient civilizations. Now we've got Kim Kardashian as the representation of what the fuck we should be doing. I'm sitting there going, first of all, my ass is natural. And everything else on my body is natural besides the tattoos and piercings. I am not kowtowing to that shit. Or maybe my hair dye. I do dye my hair dye, I admit. I've got white some covering. But I'm not going to get all crazy and Instagrammy about it. I might feel a bit fresh one day after getting it done, but yeah, I'm not going to sit there and fucking try and accumulate wealth based on my fucking hair colour. And I definitely don't want more attention, to be honest. There was a time in British culture where women were trying to hide their asses because it was immodest. you know? And now we're sticking them out and sticking them in everyone's faces, and we're making money off them. I'm sitting there going, isn't this just like borderline prostitution at one point, or porn starring? It's like, where have we gone with this? You should be proud of your femininity. So I am proud of my body, but I don't shove it in everyone's face because it's valuable. And it should be for whoever I choose to give it to. And if I choose to give it to everyone else, there are other names for that. I'm not just talking about girls either in a sex sense. I don't do gender. I'm talking about sex. Boys do it too. If you've looked at anyone like Joey Essex, for example, and I'm sure he's a lovely person, but what he's made himself to be, A, you definitely won't find in the wild if we were still living as little critters running around hunting and gathering. And B, is why he was already an attractive guy. Now he's perverse when it comes to his appearance. It's the fake tan, the brilliant white teeth, the chiseled, waxed eyebrows. And I'm not sure if those are his eyes, I don't know. But he scares the shit out of me. I mean, can you imagine that coming at you grinning in the night? You're like, fucking hell, it'll make you jump. So what is that? It's Joey Essex. Fucking hell. It scares the shit out of me. These are not people anymore. They've become caricatures. I mean, Dolly Parton used to take the piss out of herself for having big boobs and big hair, and she still does, to be honest, and I love her for it, but she knows and acknowledges that this is not actually her. All these celebrities these days are saying, this is absolutely me. It's like, yeah, this is my natural butt, it's my natural boobs, my natural lips, all this facial reconstruction I've had, even though we've got, you know, pictures and evidence that these people don't look like it at all when they were kids. You know how most people, well, you can see how they're going to be an adult as a kid, right? It's not much changes. Maybe your face narrows out a bit, maybe your hair changes, gets a bit darker or something like that. But to see the absolute reconstruction of these individuals, and then for them to claim, oh, this is natural, that fuck off it is. No, it isn't. Absolutely not. If you came out your mum with that ratio of hip to arse, no, you'd get caught, you would stuck. There's no way you'd get out of it. No fucking way. Sorry, someone's just speeding and taking off my bonnet because they need to, I don't know, have an interesting day today apparently. Not saying that anything bad's going to happen with them speeding. Not at all. But it's unrealistic as well. And we joke about, well, we don't joke about, there was a real debate about what Barbies did to girls. But now we've got celebrities who are creating these stupid fucking images. And people are worshipping them because they've got the money and the power, and they're saying, why don't I look like this? Why can't I do this? Why is no one giving me attention? I mean, humans by nature are partially narcissists, aren't we? We all got a bit of us that gets a bit up our own arse when we don't get our way. This is, you know, this starts appearing when you're 3 years old. I've done a lot of child development PDs and research and stuff like that because I have to as part of my job. So you get the narcissist gene kicks in at about 2 or 3, where we think we're hot shit. It gets worse during puberty because, we've suddenly grown boobs. Or, yeah, guys have suddenly got a deeper voice, you know. But with the cult of celebrity, it gets even fucking worse. As soon as a camera turns on them, it's all about them. It's like, camera wasn't even on you. Yeah, but it should be on me. Are you serious? Why? What have you got to offer? I got a fake ass. That's not achievement. You didn't earn that. And your daddy paid for it. So it's like, why are we deifying this person? And I do remember there was a time at one point where porn tapes, even if you were into making your own home sex tapes, and I can't say we've all done it, but it was an option at one point, wasn't it? Because you're like, this is a bit naughty, isn't it? And yeah, let's see what it looks like. And then of course we watch it back and you're horrified at how disgusting you actually are. Sorry, someone just tried to run me over there. Well, I did, anyway. No, I've never made a sex tape. I haven't got the balls. I don't even like selfies. But you would look back and you say, okay, so let's put this somewhere safe so at least the kids don't find it, right? Even the swingers in the 60s and 70s got a bunch of sex tapes that they still hide. It's all on these weird, long, big reels and shit. This is the wrong picture night, Mum. But, yeah. We're not going there. hairy people in the 70s. But when you don't leak them, you put them somewhere safe so no one finds them. You have some modesty at least in that, and self-respect. I mean, even if you're a bit adventurous and you made one, you don't tell everyone about it, you keep it with your partner. These people not only leaked it on purpose, or claiming that they didn't do it on purpose, playing the victim, but leaked it on purpose. We all know they leaked it on purpose. And then it boosted their career. Because apparently to the normal people, the mass population, if normal ever exists, this stuff is salacious. It's staring. It's like, oh my gosh, something out of the ordinary happened. So of course we're going to want to see what it is. We're looking for anomalies in the humdrum life. They release it on purpose so we get hooked in. We don't care if it's good or bad porn. We want to see it because it's different and it's not normal. It's not like us. It's not something we would actively do. And of course then we pay money to see this fucking thing. Even though, it wasn't on purpose, but it was. And they make a shit tin off it, and it boosts their career. And then they start taking that money and spreading it out into making makeup to sell. And that makeup sells because they've just created an extension of their brand. Oh, we accidentally made a sex tape, released it, made some money, reinvested it in making a makeup line, selling clothes, making perfume. Oh no, how did this happen? It's so accidentally and wrong that it happened. And yet, look at my empire, and you chumps are all paying for it. Nobody's calling them on that shit, and it bugs the fuck out of me. They got no modesty. They got no self-respect. They are doing absolutely anything for attention and money, and it's setting up good people for a fall. That annoys the shit out of me. Because you've got the good people who have a real message and a real desire to help humanity and do all the right things, and they're just getting out-shouted by these assholes with platforms that only want to make money and self-serve. That bugs the fuck out of me. People who want to make the world a better place, who want to help people, who want to clean up the planet, all this kind of good stuff that needs to be done. It needs to be done, whether you want to be calling people greenies or tree huggers or whatever the fuck. It doesn't matter. It's not a case of toting some kind of conservationist, I'm better than everyone else sort of thing. It's a real problem now. We're fucking things up and no one can admit to it because they don't want to lose face or they don't want to stop what they're doing. But you've got real people that are going out there and actually doing it. They're not talking about it. They're not making a big loud song and dance and parade about it. They're just going and doing it because that's what needs done. If it's done, just do it. Or if you do it, you need to do it, just do it. Stop making a song about it, everybody dance about it. Nobody cares that you're doing it, to be honest. Just do it. I mean, sometimes you can get something great out of it where other people will join in and help you. I now know there's a rubbish pickup beach group, club almost. Which I'm trying to merge now, which is in the area where I used to pick up rubbish. I started because I got pissed off that people were disgusting. I'd go around and I'd pick up some rubbish in the morning, and it was something nice to do, and it cleared my head, and I listened to my music, and it was just something to, get my brain off the shit that was going on in my brain, in my life at the time, which was that notorious divorce year. I did it early enough so people didn't see me. I didn't want to be seen, to be honest, so I know it was a bit of a weird thing to do. So I used to go with a bag and just go for a wander. And Australian beaches are so vast, you could be there for days and not see anyone if you go the right way, It's like they tend to cluster in small groups in small areas, but the beach is going for all around the coast. They'll never find you. I probably shouldn't say that because some kidnap someone and just bury them at the beach. Oh God, that is an idea, isn't it? But then, I don't know how, but someone else clued on that it needed doing, and I'm like, great, fantastic, because I actually moved in the end, I didn't keep doing it, and where I live now, there's no rubbish, which is fucking surprising to me. I thought it would be everywhere. I'm a little bit skeptical of that, because I'm like, I know it still exists, it's got to be somewhere. Where is it? But the group that came out of that experience is now, there's about 20, 30 people that go up and clean the same area I used to, and it's great because it built a community. But that didn't come from me posting on Instagram or Facebook. It came from word of mouth and someone saying, hey, that's a good idea, I want to do that too, let's go and do it. And that's how it should fucking be. It should be word of mouth, recognizing a problem, fucking fixing it, and not fucking promoting yourself in the process, right? This is not a vanity project. It's not about, look how fucking great I am. It's virtue signaling. Look at this wonderful thing I can do. We need to bring awareness to this. It's like, no, you don't. You need to go people will catch on and they will help. Humans can have a streak of niceness to them where they want to join in and see social good happen. They have a natural inclination to that as well, because we are social creatures. Unfortunately, what we get is these virtue signaling assholes who make it all about them and then ruin the whole process because nobody wants to join in and support these assholes, and thereby they don't want to join in the cause. They don't see that, but they've made a lot of money out of the process anyway. So the cause never gets solved. The problem never gets solved. And it just perpetuates this mass problem, snowballs into an even bigger problem, where this asshole's getting rich off it. It bugs the fuck out of me. When Ukraine went down at the start of the war, who was it, that fucking idiot actor? If you've ever watched the South Park boys did, I say boys, they're men, but they're lovely, so I call them boys. Not Captain America. Oh, America. Fuck yeah, those guys. Have you ever seen that movie with the puppets? Team America. Who's that bloke? Not Eric Baldwin. Sean Bean. Not Sean Bean. I love Sean Bean. Sean Penn. When Ukraine went down. Sorry, that was a bloody long tangent. When Ukraine went down at the start, Sean Penn went over there to promote awareness for this Ukrainian invasion. And I'm sitting there thinking, A, do you have a background in any kind of military experience at all? Were you a soldier? Were you associated with soldiers? Have you any intelligence that could help the situation as well, or anything? So why did you turn up? I'm a celebrity. Fucking get out now. You are making the situation worse. Besides the fact that Sean Penn has no real career anymore anyway since the fucking 80s. So you had your era. It's time to relax now. Go and retire in a multi-million mansion in fucking Montecito. You know, this is what they do. Why are you fuckers speeding today? What is going on? But these people, just because they're on a stage for 15 minutes, they now think they have a worthy opinion of things. You have no background or understanding in this. We've literally got Ukrainian people getting evacuated from the same area for safety, and you're wandering in because you think you're invincible because you're a celebrity? It's like, no, you're just an idiot. Stop. I'm actively ignoring Sean Penn now because he does dumb things. I'm going, I would not have gone in there, even to build up awareness. I'm sure there is a safer, more stable way of doing that. It's insane, but they think they're fucking immortal, and they think everyone's going to listen to them because, you know, you watch their movies, so of course they're the leading people to offer advice on this shit. Fucking hell. I can't, man. Bugs the shit out of me. And I know I'm ranting about it. And it's not jealousy. I swear it's not jealousy. It's me actively having a low threshold for idiots. I've had it since I was a kid. I've got Asperger's, I know that, but I have no tolerance for fools. My mum, what'd she say? You got no patience for fools, or something like that. There is a phrase. But it's as soon as I see stupid stuff and it's actively obviously stupid, it's like, I'm going to call this and I'm going to look like the arsehole, but I have to say it. I'm going to go full Karen on this. I think there's a difference between Karens and people who point out the obvious stupidities in humanity. I think there is a difference. I'm hoping there is. I don't want to be a Karen. I won't just bitch about just anything, but when it's actively stupid, I'm going to go, well, that's stupid. No, I honestly, when it comes to things like COVID, climate change, fuck the celebrities. Listen to the fucking scientists, okay? They're the ones with the background in it. They're the authority on it. They know what they're doing. Unfortunately, they can be swayed by money. Yes, thank you, America, healthcare system. But at the same time, particularly the pharmaceuticals, but, you know, they have the background and the understanding of what's going on with these things as well. They're in the know. We should be listening to them. Not the celebrities, just because they've been given a stage. I mean, celebrities can talk about animal welfare. I don't mind that. Things like animal welfare. Look after the puppies. Great. Love it. Okay. We should be looking at, I mean, anything to do with acting. Go for it. Anything to do with acting. Maybe you could offer acting as some kind of therapeutic tool. Talk about mental health in regards to acting. It has to link back to what you actually do and are known for. Sean Penn has never, ever, and I guarantee this, had any association with the army, the military, anything to do with somehow saving Ukraine from the fucked up situation that they are in now. He just wants to go there for updates. Is no one else seeing that? It bugs me. And I don't particularly dislike Sean Penn. I could care less, to be honest. I think he's had his heyday and he needs to fucking relax now and retire. But it's this over giving of attention to these people that have no qualifications, but because they've got a stage and they've got a following, somehow we can listen to them and believe everything they say, and they've definitely got no hidden agenda or motive with regards to making money. It's ridiculous. Sorry, I scored another ginger beer for $1 from Woolworths. I am definitely chugging that. Diet giant ginger beer. Mm. I'm going to have to leave it there, I think. I know I have been ranting, but, you know, we really need to start. And I know I've just done a podcast called, what was it? I've got my post-it here. Instagram Generation, which pretty much travels along the same vein. But these people, with the Instagram generation, it's a bunch of normal people, so-called normal people, if normal ever existed, trying to be these celebrities. And the celebrities themselves are shit human beings. And, you know, not all of them, of course, you can't generalize. Some of them are genuinely doing good things. But the arrogance associated with being given a platform because you can act, seemingly they can act. I've seen Amber Heard, I don't think so, but seemingly you can act. And then running with it and saying, I can also comment on political issues and healthcare issues. And it's like, oh, what? What? Why? What authority do you have on this? Are you qualified for this? No, but you can, wear a costume. You can get into leggings with the help of baby powder. Wonderful. This will stop the war in Ukraine. Fuck it, right? It's like, it annoys me. It annoys me. Severely. This is how so many people died with COVID, because they were taking the wrong advice from the wrong fucking people, just because these fuckers had a following and the people were more inclined to believe the celebrity than the actual scientists. Shit like that goes down and I get angry. You wouldn't go to a celebrity if your leg was cut off, would you? If you were pissing blood out your leg, would you go to Kim Kardashian and say, please give me your giant ass to stem my bleeding? Let me just, I don't know, wedge it between your fucking... I don't know. It's not going to help. You need a tourniquet at least, of some kind, and a doctor would know how to put one on. You go to a doctor, don't you? You don't go to a fucking celebrity. So why are we going to celebrities for things that need real problem solving? They don't know. They just... I don't even know what they do. They just stand and wave. What do they actually do besides make a shit ton of money appearing someone else's production? It's like, stop deifying these idiots. They're not qualified to speak on damn near anything, except acting, maybe. It's the arrogance of it. It's not all actors either. It's a handful of them that think they're God's gift to humanity because they managed to get on video once. And anyone who's been on a home video knows that it's fucking embarrassing. So maybe we shouldn't be trying to be these celebrities. I don't know. It's crazy. It's all vanity and ego anyway. All right. So what I'm going to leave you with is... don't believe the bullshit. It is PR. It is pre-constructed reality which they use to milk money off you. We all know that. If you've got any common sense and look at it critically, you know that. It's a facade. It's a facade. I wouldn't bother trying to be like them unless you're actually going to do something with that status and money. And that is worthwhile for humanity. Don't bother going there just to hoard money, because it's fucking ridiculous. It's stupid and selfish. If you're going to make money... For example, and I always keep going to Keanu Reeves because he's the best example I've got. He makes movies, makes a shit ton of money. I don't think he's actually got any himself for himself. I think he's got it in a trust fund somewhere where he's using it for cancer research. I don't think the majority of it is in there. Same with his brand for his bikes. What's that? Arch bikes? Motorbikes? I bet he's got a few other things wrong with Rob, because he always likes projects and he's always into that. I think all his money is sort of tied into other things, and he himself doesn't actually have money. I think he's probably well looked after. He looks after himself, obviously. He's not going to starve. But I think it's all micromanaged off towards some other thing. That's what you should be doing. Your face is just a tool, or your persona, your face, whatever you're judging or pushing out there for the world to see, is just a tool for doing social good. I should hope, right? And social good is not promoting yourself for egos and updoots and making money so you can hoard and go off into fucking Caribbean tours and say how wonderful you fucking are. You should be helping other people, and you shouldn't be fucking filming that, to be honest. Philanthropy should be guilt-free for the other person, I should think. The amount of people I've seen on reels on TikTok, on Instagram, where they're handing out free money to poor people, or they're buying homeless people a meal or something like that, but they're filming them at the same time. It's undignified for the homeless person. I mean, it's bad enough we're homeless. We don't want to be filmed being, oh, so grateful, forced gratitude for these things we didn't ask for in the first place. I mean, yes, it is charity, but charity should be, you know, subtle. It shouldn't be forced. It shouldn't be done for updoots or credit or someone else thinking we're fantastic because we do these things. Just do it because it's the right thing to do. Oh, give me the shit. And then what's even worse is when these fuckers get annoyed when the homeless person they're giving the free stuff to gets angry and says, no, I don't want to be part of your TikTok. And there's, oh, he's so ungrateful. It's like, no, you forced them into a situation they weren't happy with in the first place, in circumstances where they're fucking miserable to begin with, and then expected them to be, you know, grateful for you even looking at them. It's ridiculous. You can't do that to people. They're already in fucked up situations. They don't want anything to do with these assholes. And if it's going to be some kind of forced, self-promoting charity, deemed charity, although by definition isn't charity, then sod off. It's like, no, don't want it. It's not charity in that case. It's self-praise for the person who's giving them anything. It's ridiculous. Oh, this camera generation where we have to start taking pictures of everything. It's ridiculous. Oh, God. Anyway, I'm all right. I'm going to leave it there because I'm going to drink some more ginger beer and then I'm going to go eat some foods. I'm hoping you guys have a fantastic weekend coming up. Today is, oh shit, it's Friday. So Saturday, ooh, ration day tomorrow. No, junk food day tomorrow, kind of. I've eaten all my junk food rations. I got fed up in the week and my New Year's resolution didn't go so well, so I ate all my junk food. So I've got no junk food in the house, so I'm just going to have, you know, non-in-week ration meals. So I'm going with that. It's still nice. It's nice food. It's just not sugar-based. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you on, hopefully, Monday for the next set of podcasts.
So space, night, death, darkness, not being there is an essential component of being there. You don't have the one without the other.